What is happening, Moon Platoon? Hey, welcome back to a long-needed live stream. Hope you guys had a warm and cozy Christmas, because New Year's is just around the corner, and I want to say welcome to the most informative, calm, cool, and collected stream. We're gonna go for a couple hours today. We're going to give you guys what you need to know for the trading day, as well as look at the winners and losers. Yesterday we covered a significant amount of double-digit winners. Today, looking at FAMI, PROGM, and GME, DIS as just a couple of the winners of the day so far, still in the single digits, some of them in the low single digits. On the other side, take a look at the bigger losers. PBTS, HUT, we have NAKD, SHIB down 7% today as crypto is starting a tumble, end of the year tumble for Doge as well, 5% down. Bitcoin and Ethereum down about 3.5% together. Dwayne Pierce, Unique Experience, Jerome, we've got Russ L, Andrew R, throwing down which like they are and throwing down which of them are excited to see us back live. How's it going, guys? Richard C, how's it going? We are going to be here for a good time and a pretty long time. We are going to be here giving you guys the morning report. We've been tracking the ascending level of support on AMC. It continues to this morning. We could have dropped further past this level of support at 28.19. Instead, we found support here not once, but looking like the second time right now, recovering back from a 28.01 low, up about 40 cents right now. GME having a nice day, having a ascending level of support already from 147 now to a bounce of about 150. We reached a high of 157.41 on GameStop. Looking like Rivian is down about 3.5% from the after hour high of 108.30. So watch, it's not all red and not all green. It's a mix. It's a mix today as we are sorting through what to expect for the rest of the day. We have Saheb, good morning, how's it going? Susan McIntosh saying hello to Professor Meatball. Diego, Dr. Henry Sr., good to see you. Stu B. Ham, Life of a Nobleman. Haven't been watching a stream in a while, that makes sense. We are back from a long needed respite. And now Professor Meatball is back and ready to sit in the cockpilot. What is it called? What is it called? My brain had the word and then was like, that's where the pilot sits. Cody Becker, what's going on? Oh, here come the green candles in AMC to $29. Chris Abramo throwing those. Andrew, always makes me happy to see your live streaming. Davey B throwing those ducks in the chat. What's going on? You guys might have noticed that we are starting a long series of these shows. This is just episode 1 of the new year, 2022. Throw those ducks in the chat, guys, if you know who you are. What's going on, Unique Experience? Misty McAlney. I'm back to mispronouncing your names with the most utmost respect. Hey, Misty, good to see you. Thank you. Thank you, Andrew. Cockpit. There we go. That's the word I was thinking of. I have all my brain cells. It's all good. Let's take a look at what GME and the Delta Shares S&P 600. They're managing ETF, buying a specific amount of GameStop earlier yesterday. Let's take a quick look at the options chain on AMC as well. This is from about 4 trading days ago. We're looking at a good mix around the December 22nd. Then you'll look at near the money at the point, right? At this point, AMC was near the money, a ton of puts at $5 million worth, right? That's a $30 strike. So you're looking at those two levels, $24 and $30 for AMC to bounce around. As it turns out, it did. Lowest it got from these last few days is at 26.77. So the options chain is very informative and able to tell you which way a stock could bounce or which way it could hit a ceiling. Valerie says, say my name. You got it, Valerie. It's a good name too. Mac Al-Hain E. Stu says, say baby, I love you. Oh, Anthony's already throwing a little bit of PTN in the mix. Let's take a look. Jose Lito Juarez says, yo, what is up? charting, Professor Andrew and Meatball. Nice to see you guys still hanging in there. What's up, Jose? Good to see you. Yeah, let's take a look at, what did you say, PTN? Once again, all of these stocks on the left-hand side have been picked by folks like you. And if you guys want me to take a look, keep you guys posted on whether or not you chose big winners or big losers throughout each day, that is what I'll be updating on each of these videos in the beginning and the end. All right, taking a look at this stock, seems like it's a falling, looking at descending levels of resistance and support. Now, when it hits a wedge right here, there is a potential for it to continue on this bullish pattern right here. So if you connect this a falling flag right here, find out the common wedge point, you're looking at possibly a false breakout. This isn't a bullish pattern for the last few days. Now, that said, you did top out at about the same height, same resistance at 55 cents. If you're looking at that stock, you're likely watching for an intra-week handle, but it's a pretty malformed cup. Not a pretty picture. Davey B says, good to be back in the groove with Mo Money. AAPL popping back up, says Diego. Yeah, we can always do a blue chip stock. Whoa, let's go down here and do it. Aria says, hello all. Unique experiences. Andrew, could you check if TLRY will bounce back? It is almost at an all-time low. Yes, we can look at Tilray. Okay, Apple taking a little bit of a breather in the early parts of the morning. Now up to positive, at least, in the last few seconds. Looks like a few minutes of trading. Was able to bring back Apple in the last 10 minutes. Okay. I would say right now that this is just an intraday pattern. You're looking at a low at 178.53. Last time I saw this low, it was just been climbing steadily from the holiday season. January becomes a little easier to tell which stocks are going to be on the up and up, so make sure you guys are holding on in there with us on the daily. Matt Blair says, finished my fintech bootcamp, currently working on minting Warren Buffett's granddaughter's NFT collection. No way. You should come on this show. We have a couple of interviews coming out on this channel, already pre-recorded over the holidays. Sounds like you have a very interesting story to share. Jay and Cinia, good morning, apes. What's going on? Sharon says, I am long Professor Meatball. Can Professor Meatball get a treat, Stu? I agree. Those of you have already dropped a like in this chat. I appreciate it. Let's give him something to munch on while the rest of you slap that like on. 3, 2. Come. There you go. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Matt Blair says, thanks in part to Andrew. It's called Spirit Coin. Very cool. Again, hey, if you want to send something my way in an email at andrewmobusiness@gmail.com, Matt, I know you've been part of this channel for the longest time. If you want to do a small interview, that might be fun. Talk about your journey with this channel. G Young says, hey, good to see you streaming again, man. Can I get your thoughts on ALLK? Sure. Let me do Tilray first, then ALLK. Tilray. It does seem like it is nearing an all-time low, $7.31 from a few days ago. Now, once again, all of these stocks are industry specific, so the sub-industry here is all depending on whether or not the current executive administration is going to pass any potential plans. Now with the Build Back Better deal and a bunch of other electric vehicle associated deals, that gives you a better understanding of what Joe Biden and a lot of the politics surrounding the White House right now is going to lend the market, either a bane or a boon. Right now, it doesn't look like that the cannabis sector is going to be part of that boon, But you are right in looking at this is an all-time low. No clear pattern that this is going to be a double bottom of any kind. This is just too messy and not a good resistance in the middle here. Maybe about an $8. It's definitely going to struggle at $8 coming back up. But right now is a day with a significant dip. Not sure if I'm seeing a catalyst in the near future. ALLK. Let's take a look. Chris, still sipping that Glen. I have to upgrade. You guys tell me what I should upgrade to. I am looking forward to suggestions. Okay, this is the stock that dropped from 86 down to 10. Okay, so analyzing Alaco's Inc.'s short interest. Okay, so this might be an interesting short interest play. By the way, you guys are looking at the short interest for AMC. That's 17% right there. Pow pow. 17%. This is a $13 million dip from 100 mil. That's what we had AMC during the Christmas week. Chris week. Let me take a look at ALK. It's probably not on the NYSE. It's on the NASDAQ. There we go. Okay. So this data seems a little broken. Down near 10% change today. 6.39%. People are probably more interested in shorting it when it had dropped 90% of its price. Let's see. Unique Experience says till rate good long-term hold. Not financial advice. Can't give you any. That's against my protocols as a robo YouTuber. Revealing it now. Did Meatball have a good Christmas? Kitty Claus, Catherine Johnson, good to see you. Yes, he did. He had a warm, relaxing one with multiple humans giving him good pats. He just is a spoiled doggy. Good morning, Andrew says Zero, the guitar hero. Smash that like button, he says. He said it. He's the one that said it. Alright, let's take a look at GME as well. Go back to this. And then let's look at GME. GME was closer to around that 15% mark. Okay, still at around 13.9%. That's what GameStop is currently on. We want to do a quick eyeball. This is the GME price in USD, GME volume, and then the exchange reported short interest really peaked when it was reporting back in January. That's what got the hullabaloo. Eric Nepowski, what's going on? Nepow. Let's see what other major losers are of the day. NAKD down about 7%. CLIS Clickstream down about 12%. Mavis, our girl Mavis, Microvision down about 4%. See if there's any middling stocks. Okay, Meta still called base FB on the market. 1.5% up for Amazon. Some of the major players with 1.5% up are slow-moving giants having a one good day out of a potential month of bad days. Kitty Claus Catherine says, too cute Meatball. He needs the snackles. He needs the snackles. You see him? He has a new Christmas sweater on. TKD Master 1006. Morning. What are your thoughts on Senseonics and PROG? So PROG up 3.5%. Let's just drop us in a quick look. The runner-up winner of the day right now. This is after a very beginning of the market rise up to $2.20. That high was followed up by dropping it back down to only 5 cents gain on a low of $2.01. That's where I opened to. So it's just been right out of the gate. It looks like overall, Senseonics is reaching a potential low for the year. Recovery moving into 2021. Let's take a look if there's any news here. Complete exit from laboratory business with sale of affiliate lab. Okay, so that was from 2 weeks ago. Therapeutic product puts Progenity above peers. Okay, so not only does it have the... Look at GME. Watch, GME has one red candle down. It's pushing both of our stocks. I would say the PROG is nearing a bottom in terms of valuation. And it has good news on its back, but that hasn't stopped AMC before. That's a little joke about the quarterly calls. Chris says, my week? Chris week. Let's see. Sherman is right. We are looking at a good underestimate on Ortex. That's the only way you can put it. It's a good underestimate for the short interest that cannot be calculated. Chris says, a different Chris, Garofalo. PROG has some solid fundamentals and great long-term investment. Also a squeeze play again. They are holding onto a lot of news back though, which is not helping their investors now, obviously. TKD Master says, thanks, Mo Money. You guys got it. That's a little high five from me to you. If you do get the stock you were looking for, leave a like right before you leave. Gets the word out. It's a fun way to participate. Gives Meatball treats. Let's do this. Haven't done this in a good long time. Let's give Meatball a treat at 150 likes. Hold on. I think I have some dried fish skin. Meatball loves those. Okay. So this piece of dried fish skin is going to him at 150 likes. Okay. What up, smoking or joking? Busy days. Yes. Yes, they have been. Good to see you. How have you been? Look at that platinum Meatball coin badge next to his name. Supporting the show through all of this. Really appreciate it. Meatball looks like a parrot on my shoulder. Can you speak? Speak? One day. AMC is still hovering on that $28 low. Open at a $28.14. Dropped to that $28. Supported at that $28. And then hit the ceiling at a $29.74. Now, we have been watching that level of resistance for a good long time. But you guys were able to find out where the top could have been. Let's take a look at Lux. Just so we have that. Lux algorithm for AMC. Broken Jokin says, good man, happy holidays. Meatball is eyeing the like counter. He's like, oh boy. Can't wait to get that treat. Warren Buffett is in the chat. Hey Andrew, can you check out RELI? 700% short interest, 98%. Wait a second, 700% short? Meatball's ready for that treat. Chris says, this is Meatball's show. Very true. Hold on a sec. By the way, I also have a corgi as well. Oh, Warren Buffett has a corgi as well. Things you learn about a man. Kitty Claus says, Meatball's so sweet, but if I'm a dog reader, he says, smash the like peoples. He's so good at it. So good at reading dogs. 7? Yeah. So Ortex is not always right, but it definitely is reporting at least a 730% short. Okay, so RELI there. Let's take a look at some of this. RELI prices. Looks like at one point it rose from the penny stock level to the $1.60. Oh wait. these are prices. Oh, yeah, so the first axis is prices. So $40. Now it's trading right around $2.30, $2 and $3. Okay. Smoking and Joking says, hope your family and the ball are having a good one. Hope yours as well. Good to see you. Kitty Claus says, can we get a bounce off of 28? Can we get a one candle bounce? I'm watching it. RELI looks like a significant squeeze candidate if these numbers are to be believed. What else? 98% cost to borrow and 100% utilization. Whoa. 219 minimum, 250% cost to borrow average, with a 340% cost to borrow maximum. Let me see if I can pull up the options chain as well. I used to just be able to put AMC on these. Now there's a unique URL. I'll take a look in a second. RELI looking potentially explosive. We'll make sure we keep it on the board to watch it win or lose these next few trading days. Even looking like a nice little intra-week cup is being formed here. I'm assuming there's some catalyst being formed as well. Chris Garofalo, haven't been here in a while. Good to see and hear you again. Happy holidays. God bless. Thanks for your always helpful analysis and insight. Super, super glad you dropped by. Happy holidays. And Happy New Year. Getting close to a ball drop. Would that be fun on this channel? Just a quick little ball drop. Explains why balls drop with the cutting edge data. People, you feeling good? You feeling good? He's like, I'm almost got the treat. Feeling like it's treat season. Let's see. How come you haven't eaten the meatball yet? Meatball, which one of us would eat each other? It would probably be Meatball eating me, but I think that we love each other, so that's why we can't. We can't do that. Oh man. Meatball says buy the dip so we can rip. Meatball. What did you say? Not a financial advisor. Bruce Douglas says sup. What's going on? Granddaddy Funk says, Mo money, happy holidays, I got what I needed. My foot is finally healed. Yes! I was like, sound effect. Field of people clapping. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And you know what? That just made my day. Thank you so much for sharing that little part of your life. And that's the spirit of the season. Can Professor Meatball still dab? Heck yeah. We can get to 500 likes on this video. He's dabbing. We'll do a trick. We'll do a trick for Meatball every 100 likes. But if he gets to 500, he's dabbing. Oh boy. Did you hear that? You too can give Meatball a chance to do a trick for a treat. Good to see you, Daniel Rodriguez. Fantastic to see you guys. It's the crew. We're coming back in. Dogecoin sinking even harder, down 6.5%. Bitcoin and Ethereum taking a deeper plunge down to 4.5% from the 3.5% a few minutes ago. What else is sinking? SHIB down on nearly 9% now. Yeah, Meatball's close friends with SHIB. He's not too happy about that. Could I check SPRB? Put that on the board first. Whatever stocks you guys call, we're gonna put on the board. Spruce Biosciences. Ooh. Okay. First we put it on the board, then we take a look on Ortex. Okay, where did the buy signal come from? So 30-minute chart, AMC buy signal from $23. Zoom in on the 5-minute. And then we take a look at what was it again? SPRB. Are we ever gonna see a Meatball coin? I believe there is a Meatball coin. By the way, I'm getting ready for New Year's. I hope I don't forget this. It's really embarrassing to find your Christmas decorations or your New Year's decorations like a week too late. One of these is the Meatball coin. Oh, here it is. So one of you made this Meatball coin. It's very cool because it exists as like a rotating GIF. Kitty Claus says, not financial advice. But Meatball says, let's rip, so I get Snackles on the rips. Mad Hatter, we back. What's going on? 125. Good to see you, Mad Hatter. Yeah, we'll be. You notice it says episode 1. We're coming back for a good long time. Good time and a long time. Okay. Like, El Rene, 13. Yo, what up? Long time, my amigo. Jackson says, come on, let's go. I need this inverse head and shoulders to play out. One day at a time. Down to the 30 chart so you guys can see that. Come on now. Long time coming. This is the Batman head and shoulders. Oh man. Yeah, if you guys do NFT stuff, you guys want to talk to the Meatball himself of licensing his likeness, he's right here. He's accepting interviews. How are you, Andrew? What's up, Farima? So good. So good to be back. So glad to be back on a regular basis. I'll be seeing you guys on the daily. Notice it says episode 1 because we are starting 2022 off right. So I'm expecting to see all of y'all back on the daily, smashing that like every day. So close. Meatball's about to get a treat in 17 likes. Here it is. Jackson says, it's been a rough past 2 weeks. I need this. Come on, Jackson. For all Uncle Jackson. RELI is our main winner of the day after someone just slapped it on the board. About 15%. Pulling back. Let's see. So, these moons, we're going to call these moons, potential moons. Unidentified moons on the left-hand side. They're rated by whether or not they're winners or losers, percentage-wise. So on the very bottom, PBTS, CLIS, HUT, SHIB, right? If you guys have a ticker or a crypto you guys want to take a look at, I'll slap it on the left-hand side. You guys can track it throughout. If you keep coming back, it's gonna stay on the left-hand side. That's the way you guys can participate and make yourselves known. Whoa. In the platoon. I'm gonna move Meatball's head. Can't wait for this treat. Freeman says, nice to have us here. Mitch says, Showerfest 2022? It's always been 2022, man. It's finally our year. Get your loofahs ready. Lupe de Leon, long time, Andrew. Good to see you online. What's going on? Fist bump. Good to see you. What's my opinion on Cardano? Smoking Jokin says, how's Prog looking today? PROG up about 1.5%. It was higher before, hit about 220, right? So this is only up 2 cents. So 2 cents is 1.5%, which means that when it was up at 220, it was up 15%. So big rip, big pullback. Let's take a look at what PROG is doing on the Lux algorithm. John Baldwin says, welcome back. Can't wait to hang with you, Professor Meatball, in 2022. Yes, long time coming. Sean Baldwin says, welcome back. That's the one I just read. And then BTS Sandwich says, oh my gosh, Andrew, what's up, BTS Sandwich? How's is the everything in your life? Good to see you. So PROG had the buy signal, cautious buy signal from Lux Algo, and then it got the strong sell. Seems like it happens almost every time you capture about 30% of the total rip from the bottom. So if you bought it at the perfect timing, you would have bought it right here around $2.15, right? Lux told you to buy at $2.27, told you to get out right around $2.29. So, well, it didn't waste you money, but right now it looks like PROG is a series of cautious buys and strong sells. Right now it's on that strong sell on the 5-minute chart. Probably still on that strong sell from the 30-minute chart. The best thing about Lux is that it starts like codifying your brain so that you have a better insight into what the parts that are red and the parts that are green should be before you even hit it. And that's just chef's kiss. It builds like a 6th sense for stocks. So if you want that Lux algorithm 6th sense for stocks, you know what's up. It's in the description down below. Oh, BTS says Snoochies Boochies to Professor Meatball. You hear that? Did you hear Snoochies Boochies? Yeah. Snoochie. Okay. 5 likes until 150. I will pay it in advance because by the time I say that, you guys are going to hit 150 likes. Here it is for Professor Meatball. And we'll have him do a trick in another 50 at 200 likes. Here you go. Thanks for 150. Merry Christmas. It's yours. It's in his mouth and he's not sure if he wants it. You can have it. You can have it. You can have it. Come on. You You can have it. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna catch up with what you guys are saying. Alex says, hi AMC, Andrew Mo Capital. How about Gree? Let's take a look at Gree. At least put it on the left-hand side here. Gree. Gree. Okay. Gree down 6.5% today. This is off of a $22 high just 2 trading days ago. Looking like a potential flag, actually. This flag is bullish. So from there, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down here at about 17.25. These aren't perfectly parallel lines. 17.25, you're gonna find a bounce, and if that's the final bounce, you're looking at a potential rip above $22 from there. Estimated time of arrival sometime between end of trading day and tomorrow's trading day. All right, but so far it's one of the losers of the day, which means, is it just winding back the rockets? Let's find out. Okay. Daniel Bosco says, I was starting to think you only existed in a dream. Oh wait, Jackson's sharing something. It's Mo Money time, says Kyle. I missed you, man. Good to see you. Lexi, I'll check out NIO in a second. Aw, BTS and Mad Hatter and everyone else is getting back reacquainted. Jackson says, I lost my mom last week due to heart arrhythmia, and she was in a coma until she developed septicemia and her body gave up fighting. I want to give her the best resting place I can afford. Jackson, thank you so much for sharing that with us. I mean, it's not easy coming together, especially in such a dark time and supposedly the merriest time of the year. I know a lot of people are sending their, they're sending their best, but it's hard for them to muster up anything in this pandemic in the darkest timeline. So I want to send you our best and our well wishes. Thank you for sharing that. Hamilton Smith says, from Bear, Delaware in the house. Love the channel. Let's make some gains. Stay blessed. Numbers letters coming back here. Welcome back. Matt Header says, I'm long on Meatball's shirt. Yeah, you see that? The dog's wearing clothing. I'm bullish. Jackson says, gotta get back to work. I understand, Jackson. For AMC on the 5-minute chart, today's price action is the inverse of yesterday and last Thursday, so manipulated. Professor Meatball makes me smile, says Space Ape. Let's just throw a couple of those candles and hearts in the chat, whichever one makes more sense to you. We're looking at some strong candlestick action today. So, either way. Alex throwing the first soup. Delicious soup in the chat. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate that. And happy holidays. Merry Christmas. BTS Sandwiches. My little kiddo has a fever today. Temp is red, just like the market. Curse you, metaphors. Hope he gets better soon. Or she? She? Oh, man. Cody says, I lost my mom last year in March at the start of COVID. Just signed the documents to close out the estate. It's a hard, long, and sad process. Condolences. Condolences, guys. Kyle's throwing the candles in the chat. That's what it means to be a community. I just watched Encanto. Yes, I've been catching up on the movies I needed to have watched, but I had no time because I was just bouncing from city to city. Experiencing some of the worst airlines on planet Earth. But you know, it's the season, actually, in many ways. The candles, that movie was bullish. It was all about candles. That was a bullish movie. BTS Sandwiches. He says hi and thanks for the diet. Thanks for the diet. Izo, welcome back. Happy to be here. Marcy's Investment says, I'm so glad you're back. Missed you guys a lot. Good to see you, Marcy. Long time. We're talking about the stocks of the winners and the losers. We'll go back through them again. They're ordered on the left-hand side. It's a pretty cool feature. Oh, you guys can't see all of them. Hold on. That's why it was long and then it was short. Here we go. So those are the winners and the losers on the left-hand side. Get to know them, acquaint with them, because just like how supports become resistances, oftentimes some of the biggest losers will become the biggest winners in a short-term frame. BTS says, thanks for the shirt. Aww. That's nice. That's the giving spirit. Merry Christmas. Okay. RELI has lost half of its gains on the day. Looks like we caught it right at the runaway. That was the pullback. 168, getting close to 200. Let's see. Let's take a look at where potentially we're gonna have recovery of this 2980 level of resistance. Last time we were above here was when we crashed through. It started that day at 32.22. Remember that, Meatball? Started that day around 32.22. Where did the music go? And then that dropped back down to the known level of support at 29.74. This was a 3 bullish days in a row. This one rose from a support at 28.22, ended the day around 29.82. And then the last bullish day, I think that means that this was 1, 2, 3. This is a 5-part impulse wave. Because each of these positive impulses have to come with a small pullback. You add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 parts. There's the 5th part that fizzled. 32.22. Lax Lifter says, "Hey, Andrew Mo Money, I finished a sweet boot camp. I've been doing interviews and I am on 3rd round on January 7th. Thank you for inspiring and cheering on." I love to hear that. I have heard that too few times. This is one of the few times. Thank you so much for sharing that. Can't wait for you to get the software engineering job that you deserve. It's not as coveted and difficult and like, you know, a golden prize. When you get there, it's because you worked hard. You deserve to get there. Okay? Sounds like you worked hard. You deserve to get there. Best of luck on that interview. Oh man. Have we heard from Gary recently? Let's just go on his tweet twat. Gary Gensler. I remember right around this time 2 months ago, he was really trying to gain a bigger Twitter following. So we talk about Gary G. 214,000 followers. Pretty cool. Not as cool as the people who follow this channel. I'm Andrew Mo Money on Twitter. Wishing everyone a wonderful and safe holiday season. Hold on. When is this? December 15th. A few cracks in Rule 10b-5-1, a key insider trading rule. Ooh. Office hours with Gary.
Executives of public companies are often compensated in part with stock in those companies.
Ooh.
And over time, they may want to sell some of those shares. Here's the thing. They often know more about those companies than their shareholders do. So about 20 years ago, the Securities and Exchange Commission tried to address this issue through a rule. The basic idea was that executives could sell stock if they had a written plan in place to do so at a future date. The hope was that the transactions would happen after the rest of the shareholders became aware of the material non-public information.
Okay, so he's basically talking exactly about the AMC December crash because of Adam Aron's announcement to do exactly this. So he's basically, he's still a meme. I agree, Meatball. He's still a meme chair because he's still writing whatever people want to know about a specific meme stock occurrence, and that's good. That means that he's still providing valuable DD in funny animated like portions as far as he can in his also executive like role. He's not just a teacher or the legislative branch. You know, he's supposed to be enforcing, which I guess is good to know that he is aware of these things happening and how they're not supposed to be bearish news. The rest of the market still takes it as bearish.
But this rule, called 10b-5-1, has become antiquated, exposing real gaps in our insider trading enforcement regime. So we, the SEC, have proposed changes to the rule to restore trust and confidence in the system. First, we're proposing changing how long those company insiders have to wait between creating the plan on one hand and selling the shares. Right now, an executive could actually adopt a plan in the morning and sell shares in the afternoon. That doesn't seem right. So we're proposing that insiders should only be able to sell using plans putting out the sale 4 months in the future to get past the next time the company releases its quarterly figures. Second, we're proposing that executives should have to publicly disclose when they enter into these plans. Third, we're proposing that insiders only be allowed to have one plan at a time. Now, currently, there are no limits on the number of plans that insiders can adopt, meaning that they could possibly adopt multiple plans and only follow through on the one most advantageous based upon possibly material non-public information. That doesn't seem right either.
Kind of like that. He's like, here's the ways that you can break the system I'm trying to explain to you, which is, you know, that's fair. You think it's fair, Meatball?
Further, the changes we propose also address when the companies themselves can use these plans to buy back stock and
Hey, it's Mark Baptiste. All this shorting for a drop of blood. Ha, Fooly Fools. Good to hear the Fooly Fools master himself coming back in.
When the company insiders can make donations of their stock, potentially to get beneficial tax treatment. These issues speak to the confidence that investors have in the markets. The goal is to level the playing field so that the company insiders don't get a better deal than the rest of us.
Don't forget to share this video. Well, I guess I did, Gary. Well, that was... I honestly, I like those small snippets into not only understanding what Gary understands about the market, right, what he thinks is important, but also what he's even working on nowadays, which is apparently just short informational YouTube videos about the stock market. So he's become the YouTuber that everyone didn't need because we need you to do your job instead. Gary, please. Please. Mark Baptiste says, happy holidays, happy New Year's to you and the professor. You hear that, professor? You hear that? Let's give him 19 likes and then we'll have him do a trick. His first trick of the stream. Smokin says, damn, get it, Gary. People didn't like that. You hear that, people? Okay, let me try. Let me bring back the tunes. I think Meatball needs to do his biz. Meatball, you need to? You want to go? Okay. Here. Let me see if I can pull up another GG. What in the world is a SPAC anyway?
Suppose a group of strangers came up to you and said, I have a company that doesn't do much of anything, but sometime in the next 2 years will merge with another company. I don't know what that company is yet. Would you invest in the stranger's company? What if I told you that if the strangers complete a merger, they get to pocket 20% of your investment? That's essentially what a special purpose acquisition company, a SPAC, does. They're blank check companies that raise money from the public through initial public offerings. They generally have 2 years to find and merge with a target company. Once they find a target company, SPACs often raise more money through transactions known as private investments in public equity, or PIPEs. These deals give the new investors, mostly big institutions, not like you and me, an opportunity to put money into that target. But these new investors, the PIPE investors, they often can buy those shares at a discount to what the share price might be after the target merger. So they receive a benefit that's not available to ordinary investors. The result? PIPE investors often get a better deal than you, and the value of your investment may be further diluted. Thus beware. There are lots of costs that regular investors are bearing, whether it's that 20% sponsor fee, the dilution from the PIPE investors, and fees for the bankers and financial advisors. It may be that those fees are coming out of the retail public's investment dollars. We need to make sure that investors in SPACs are being protected. Look, you as an investor get to decide about where to put your money, but companies raising money from the public have to provide adequate disclosures. I think we can enhance the disclosures that companies raising money via SPACs make. I've asked staff for recommendations about how we might update our rules so that investors are better informed about the fees, the costs, the conflicts that may exist with these SPACs. We'll also work to hold bad actors accountable and keep a close eye on all the parties in these transactions. Because at the end of the day, we need to ensure that investors are protected.
Nice. Okay, so I like that Gary Gensler is dropping his hat into the financial educator ring. You know, we really need we really needed more of that. All right, let me drop some of the tunes in here. Like I said, Meatball's doing his first trick in about 7 likes at 200. He's gonna do a trick every 100 likes and he'll get a treat. Let's see. Space Ape says all talk and still the manipulation is real. Stunt guy Gary Gensler is like Mr. Clean, cleaning up the hedgies mess plus tears. What up, Andrew? Good to see you, stunt guy. And be back 24/7 saying AMC not selling under 850k diamond hands. Let's see. Nabin, Andrew, long time. Good to see you. Scott Cunningham, Andrew Mo Money. So good to see you. Hope you guys had a great Christmas. We did. I appreciate that. Hope you guys had one as well. Marcy's coming in saying it needs to make sure that market makers don't create synthetic shares. Yes, please. With a big dollop of yesterday, right now, ASAP. PROG had that strong sell signal. If you guys have other tickers you guys are invested in, you want me to take a look at, I'm not saying it's going to be financial advice. I'm going to be saying that I'll be using my fancy tools that are actually all available to you for up to 20% discounts down in the description. This one in particular is called Lux Algorithm. Let's do it for GME real quick. Okay, so GME had a strong sell signal on the 30-minute chart from a couple days ago. But given its success today, I'm assuming there was a buy signal. Yep, but still on that buy signal from yesterday. Told you to buy around $149. Would have dropped you in a clean $10 delta from 150 to 157, 149 to 157. Not bad. All right, I think Meatball's finishing up. Let's do one more.
Lending platforms, whether they call themselves traditional or centralized, or they call themselves decentralized, these platforms, these nodes, as you said, are really an important place for public policy and investor protection. And so what we're saying is come in, work with us. And I close on this because it's a conference on surveillance, back to the lawyers, the accountants, the advisors, consultants, the technologists even. You operate in a space that's innovation is happening and the like. But you have clients and you feel compelled to give your clients your best advice. But I also think I ask you to think about the public interest as well, that you're gatekeepers, and if they're stepping over.
Don't forget your gatekeeping. Important to remind you. You guys got us with 200 likes. Let's give Meatball do a treat. He's gonna do. What are you gonna do? Actually, dabbing is one of his easiest tricks, but we're not gonna do it until we get up to 500. Let's have him do a. Let's have him do a donut. Actually, let's do. Can you stand tall? Can you stand tall? I'm gonna take his pillow away. Can you stand tall? Can you go tall? Tall. Good boy. Tall. Good. Stay there. Stay. Look at that. He's a towering Adonis dog here. He is a toga dog. Good boy. Good job. Okay. It's a small snack for Meatball. All thanks to you guys. Appreciate it. Smokin' says, smash that like so more people know that Andrew is back. Meatball wants water. Gary Gensler got the diamonds.
Over the line, bring them back over, or have them talk to the CFTC or us or the banking regulators, depending upon what they're trying to do, to talk to us and to do it within the frameworks and within the law.
He's creating more content than some YouTubers now. How was the vacation, says BTS Sandwich? It was not much of a vacation. You might have noticed that I just kept making videos anyway.
Congress acted.
So yeah, not much of a vacation if I was just working anyway. we're going through a couple of what it's like a Gary update. So this is a Gary Gensler official Twitter, and we're just trying to find out what kind of YouTube videos he's been making in the background, which is kind of interesting to think that, you know, tax dollars are paying for him for sure, but not only to not catch criminals, but also to make some pretty funny YouTube videos.
We have a concept here in the United States embedded in our laws that protect the public in investing. Companies' financials are audited. Further, as part of this basic bargain, the company's auditors have to be willing to be inspected. We have somebody looking out for you, in essence, auditing the auditors. And Congress acted to address this on a bipartisan basis last year. And we at the SEC, working with the Public Company Accounting Oversight Board, to implement. This is important because without being able to look at the books and records and audit the auditors, so to speak, you're more at risk. I think companies should have to disclose this important information to American investors so that we can make informed decisions about where to put our hard-earned money.
He's much more of the man acting cast to play Gary Gensler than you would imagine an actual chair to be like, which is why people have a hard time trusting him. Let's see. BTS says, "Thank you for feeding us." Your bed's your bed's riding up. No rest for the wicked. Ooh, no stop till Moas. So true. Let's see. More money, less problems, says Space Ape. Oh man. Let's see. Okay, so it was an investor advisory meeting that we missed. Oh, could have asked him more questions. I remember I was asking all my questions and they would not read mine. This one is just about entrepreneurship.
My dad was an entrepreneur. He started and ran a small
Yeah, this one's just about entrepreneurship. It's very important to be an entrepreneur. I think a good amount of these videos wasn't just about the stock market. Some of these videos on this channel used to be about entrepreneurship. I think, because that was like, what, a year ago? You guys remember what happens? Okay, so here are the new shareholder rules that we do have to cover.
Exchange Commission issued new rules to give shareholders more say about who directs the companies they own. When you buy stock in a publicly traded company, you actually own part.
Veteran Break says, "I feel a huge boom boom candle is coming. There's a huge boom boom in the disturbance."
Of the company. You're a shareholder, and that means you have some important rights, like the right to elect directors to the company's board. These directors work for us and are central to the governance of the company. They represent the interest of investors. In fact, they owe a duty to investors. They're the boss of the management team and chief executive officer. They provide important oversight of that management, of the finances and internal controls. So it's pretty important that you, the shareholders, the company's owners, get to submit candidates for a vote, and that those candidates have equal standing as other candidates. Currently,
I really do like that. The standard that democracy, as it turns out, for, you know, like for companies, you know, you do own a certain amount of that company, and when it comes back to then referring back to what is a gold standard for democracies, we go to American democracy, which is fantastic, because then we abstract away our ability to really control what is happening. I have a friend who has a couple more ideas about that, but generally you're really voting for someone who you think will vote according to what you think you like to vote as. And then if you think that many times over, that's too many degrees of freedom to really have a solid picture of what you wanted to do to begin with. And that said, yeah, you should vote. You should have been voting each of these times that I have been pushing out the AMC or GME vote. And you should be voting for your favorite companies, the ones that you are heavily invested in as well.
No, company management.
Who is Gary Gensler? Oh man, Lane Joe, I like your channel, says Lane. I've been down in the red for 6 months, bought in the 50s. Any thoughts as to when this will rebound and trip again? We don't do dates, Lane, but I do want to tell you that you are in good company. I don't think I've ever been positive GME, and you know what? As a bag holder, more proud than ever to say 2022 is another year, and long positions at some point in time you are going to reap the rewards. That is if before, right, you had the loophole that you could just short a company into the ground, which is something that we have been unpacking, exploring, and realizing it hurts everyone if companies are allowed to do that. That's the point of this channel, the point of trying to get you guys educated so you guys don't fall for these things and stand up against them.
Is able to put out a director ballot that includes only the candidates that they are nominating and prefer. Other candidates submitted by shareholders are separated out in separate ballots. It used to be that directors were chosen in person at annual shareholder meetings. Shareholders who showed up in person could actually choose among the candidates and didn't have to choose only from one ballot. But with the emergence of paper ballots and now electronic ballots, shareholders who are no longer in-person voting have to vote for a slate or abstain. There's no way for an investor to pick their preferred combination unless they show up in person. So imagine if when you voted for mayors and representatives of Congress, only the incumbents were listed. If you wanted to vote for somebody else, you'd have to do it in person. I don't think that would be what any of us voters would expect and think was fair. The rules we issue today will correct this. It will mean that when management or outside candidates send out a ballot, investors like you can vote for whomever you want. It kind of just makes sense that shareholders can see the slates side by side electronically, just as they could in person. It will put investors voting in person and by proxy on equal footing. They'll get the same ballot. That's called universal proxy. It enhances shareholder democracy. I think that will strengthen the accountability of directors and company management to the shareholders they represent.
Sweet. Okay. I do remember not being able to vote unless I was in person for exactly the candidates I wanted. That's good. Wow. It is important to be able to have full transparency over these, and educational YouTube videos really does help transfer your point. AMC to the moon, says Navin. Let's go. Let's see. RELI has gone back up over the double digits gain. Not quite to the heights that we saw earlier, but it is now far and away the biggest gainer of the day. Everything else is in the low sub 4% gains. In terms of losers, let's go back and take a look. Bitcoin and Ethereum still down 4.5%. Dogecoin pulled to 5.5%. SHIB still nearing that 9% down. Ocugen down 5.5%. MMAT down 4.5%. Tilray still down 3%. So more green yesterday than today. That's for sure. Let's take a look at where GME could be facing a new signal. You're looking at Lux algorithm for GameStop. Y'all, we are dangerously close to 250 likes. Thanks for slapping it. Let's see, GME. Take a look at just how the short interest has changed. November, all of November essentially. The Ortex scraper was reporting the lowest short interest GameStop has had during this entire time following it. So we're all the way back to September in 2020, where GME sustained over 100% of short, 100% short of the free float. Got down to its low in March, 16%. Slowly rose back up until the June gamma squeeze for both of these stocks. AMC more so in this case. And then short interest slowly depleted until it got down to 10% in November. Did not cross into the single digits, now back to 13.5%. That's a wild journey. What did we find out about SPRB? 70% short interest. And let's see. So yeah, that's the first time they've reported that short interest. Historical data is always important. Last few times it's always been about 11 to 12. Most recently, about 15 days ago, we had a 17% short. Now it's a 70% short. 17 to 70. That's an interesting change. If all the past, MRC says, if all the past and the current SEC chairs would be doing their jobs instead of being owned by these crooks, this opportunity would never have existed. So thank you. Wow. Nicely put. Okay, I think... let's see... Let me pull up Ryan Cohen's Twitter. I believe he has been doing stuff as well. Oh yeah, is that poop emoji? Yes. So, content warning for people who are offended by poop. Ryan Cohen taking a dump in the metaverse. Very classy. And then poop on December 17th. And then sugar daddy. So this is the chairman and CEO, I believe, of... Wait, no. Last time I checked, he was chairman. Anyway, he's the chair of GameStop, at least. And then sugar daddy. Not the candy, clearly, because this is a metaphor. I miss you. This is just one about his dad. That's fine. I'm cooler online than in real life, which is a given. Which is an absolute given. Only interested in speaking with candidates who actually want to work. And then Dr. Ruth's prescription for a pleasurable... wow, this is an actual book, I think. Okay, well that's what the chair of... Let's compare what the leaders of these two companies are doing. So let's go to AMC. To see now an unironic, very earnest CEO tweet instead. Let's see. Accumulation still in progress for compression to apex, sideways lower channels, ping pong price action, says Frosty Matrix, till Delta hedge for mid-Jan and January 21 open interest across the chain. Okay. Smoke and Joke says, get the plastic sheets out. Okay, so Aaron said, as a reminder to AMC shareholders, is neat. I own AMC NFT is absolutely yours if you are signed up for our free program AMC Investor Connect, or if you enroll by this Friday. Okay. Hit that like button if you've already done this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this off screen because I have to put in some information to sign up for this. But I am gonna get an NFT by the next time you see me. It's gonna be lit. Look at that. I own AMC. So, was it Mary? I certainly hope so. And then a Photoshop of him wearing AMC Santa hat. Okay, so this is comparing the two CEOs, or two leaders of the of the companies. I'll never forget 2021 getting a nickname and hilarious memes. Importantly, as we talk directly to you on Twitter and via AMC Investor Connect, AMC and I are on the very forefront of the democratization of Wall Street. 10 years from now, all CEOs will tweet. Bless you all. Okay, good. So he's taking the lead on CEOs who tweet. I like that. Good. That's what he's into now. It's his identity. This one is a festive and pretty Christmas message on my Twitter feed, and now this tweet is unavailable. Okay. Happy holiday wishes to you all. This Christmas week we're playing all 12 movies. This is just an ad. So how many of these are ads? Let's do a oh, this would be a fun video, I think. Let's do a CEO chairman off. How many out of the next 15? Is that too many? Let's do 10. Out of the last 10 tweets, let's rate them based on how many ads they have. Can I do this? Yeah, okay. Okay, so we're going to do Ryan Cohen, and we're gonna do CEO Adam. This is AMC and GME respectively. So we're gonna have how many of these are ads, how many of these are like I love insert stock. I love company or I love stock. I think that's fine. And then how many of these are what else do you guys think? You guys are participating now. What other categories could there be for the kind of tweets that there are? I'm gonna call it actual news. So like something that is like important. Either to remind people or to discuss what, you know, like what Twitter is supposed to be used for. PTN Ashley says PTN news update. Okay, we'll do a PTN in a second. And Hatter says, Marcy, you right. All right, I'm gonna say that these are the 3 categories for now. So this is ads, I love the stock, and actual news. So this is just how good are these 2 people at actually conveying information. So first we have 1. This is not ads, I love the stock, or actual news. I'm just gonna call them dank memes. So that's one for dank memes, 0 for anything else, unless he's talking about metaverse here. He's talking about the NFT and metaverses. Still just gonna put this in dank meme category, actually. Mavis, yes, I do have microvision. But not not at a profit, I don't think. Ryan Cohen, this is a poop emoji. All right, so that's once again not anything. It's not an ad or I love AMC, I love GME and or actual news. That's 2 dank memes. This one is not news or anything else. That's a meme. This one is about his dad. Okay. So we need a new category that's like I guess just like normal. Normal relatable. Let's call that. He's normal and relatable. That's why he has family. Next one. I'm cooler online than in real life. That's nothing. That's just a joke. That's not a meme. That's normal. Okay, now we're on to 6. I'm only interested in candidates who want to actually work. I think this could be normal, but I think this is the first time I think he has actual news. He's talking about like hiring someone. Bedtime stories of Dr. Ruth. This is memes. Okay, so we're at 7. You lambs ever I, and this is backwards for I have a small. I love this analysis. This is the best analysis I've ever done. Deciding between two options for my GME shares, hold or hold. Okay, good. This is actually, I like the stock. This is the first time he does I like a stock. And now we have one more. MGGA. That was pretty dank. That's dank. Okay, so far there are no ads to do. So he is not a business CEO. He basically only produces memes. And one out of 10 times, he had maybe some actual news. All right, so that's Ryan Cohen. Let's look at Adam. The silverback. Okay, so Adam Aaron. Number 1, a reminder to AMC shareholders to do this NFT thing. Okay, that's an ad. But is it also news? I think it's also news. Well, it's a reminder. Yeah, I don't think it's actual news. I think that's just an ad. So that's news. Does he say I like the stock anywhere? No. Okay. I like news. So is it Mary? I certainly hope so. This is not dank. This is only relatable. One relatable. I'll never forget 2021. Okay, this is an ad. This is partly an ad. And then AMC and I are on the very forefront of the democratization of Wall Street. Okay, so that's I like AMC. All CEOs would tweet, bless you all. I'm gonna say that is I like the stock and an ad and normal relatable because he's like Merry Christmas or like, yeah, bless you all. Okay, this one is very festive and a pretty Christmas message in my Twitter feed. This is normal. This is not about anything. Happy holidays wishes to you. We're playing 12 movies at so many of our AMC theaters. This is a straight up ad. Does he say I like AMC? No. Okay, so this is ad. Okay, another step forward. AMC's revolving credit facility lenders agreed to extend the existing covenant holiday a full year. Oh, okay, that's news. The next covenant test is not until June 2023. Okay, that's a very boring news. That's news. Hashtag winning. I think that's relatable. He really tries to be relatable. He's normal as he can be. We just announced that we have picked up 2 more former ArcLight Pacific theaters. That's news. That's straight up news. Okay, so he's much more of a news ads relatable guy. In contrast to 2020 and 2021, Spider-Man continues to drive robust attendance. In contrast to what does the sentence mean? The domestic industry box office. To contrast 2020, 2021. Okay, that's what he means. To contrast these 2 years, Spider-Man drives robust attendance in 2021. Before it's Spider-Man, it was only 3.5 million years. Okay, now I don't know what he's trying to say. But this is news. That's news. It's like kind of data, which is the best news. Joseph says they're selling us our own squeeze. What the heck? How could they? Please explain more about what you mean. Okay, I think that we're getting to how many tweets is this? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, this is 9. And speaking of superb movies, take a look at the rave reactions to American Underdog from Lionsgate. This is a straight up ad. Speaking of superb movies. Oh, look, another ad. To celebrate, oh, this is a double ad. This is not only about Kingsman, this is a combo breaker ad. This is a pew pew pew. I'm just gonna bring it up to 6. Okay. So, out of 10 tweets, Adam Aaron is as dank as adsy as Ryan Cohen is dank. But overall, he is twice as normal relatable as Ryan. And 3 times as much actual news. All right, that's math. That is empirical analysis. Yes, there was no waiting and there was no any kind of normalization. But you know what? That's data right there. Can't go wrong. John says, I want to see what Spidey is pooping on. It was a ad. Maybe this is the point. Is that just this ads? This is another ad. Is this ad? Hashtag choke on that. Oh, he actually did. Hashtag choke on that even more. Yep. So this is an important analysis of how many ads and how relatable these two people are. John S says Spider-Man can't make it home. Spider-Man, I can't remember where my home is. That's not a spoiler. But do go watch it. It's pretty okay. It's pretty much the best movie ever. It's pretty okay. Okay, so AMC starts to fall out of this ascending track, but actually it's flatter than originally thought. If this is not an outlier, it's much flatter. We're taking the whole bottom out here. Honestly, at this point, this is a better George W. Like a very poorly built double bottom instead. But of course, it already fizzled. This could triple bottom. And then the bottom will be around 27.31. How many likes do we have? Oh, so close to 300. Y'all, there's already 300 of you in this chat, so I know you guys can drop 300 likes on this video so that Meatball can get himself a treat. And another trick. We'll do a donut this time. Each like goes to feed a Meatball. Okay. Can we see the EMA be less annoying? EMA did not catch GameStop on the way down. Now looking like, yep, it is a cover for the price action. Then dropping it low. John says, glad I could elevate the the level of discourse in this chat. Yes. Comment out how were your holidays? I do want to know. Either drop me a stock that you guys want to talk about, or let's talk about your holidays. Let's talk about how you guys are. Let's talk about your New Year's resolutions. What do you have planned that is a little bit more than just yourself this year, this coming year? Okay? Yes. Comment out. Okay, that's what I sound like. Just checking. AMC will make it home. I would like to watch AMC already home. You know, if you can play it backwards, it goes AMC Homecoming, AMC Far From Home, AMC No Way Home, and then AMC Homecoming again. Just loops back and forth. Is that the full trilogy? Oh, I think that was the full trilogy. Oh, that's why. I'm just like, I can't wait for the next Spider-Man movie. And I'm like, oh wait, shoot, that's 3. Can Spider-Man live past 3? What is the half-life on a Spider-Man? Mad Hatter says, paid off my car note Christmas Eve. You paid off your car total, right? You paid you have a car now. Congratulations. Paid off your car. Now I'm broke, ready for Squazzle. Come on. You guys heard the man. He's broke. When are we gonna have Squazzle? Stu B. Ham says, in a world of pure imagination, one man will sell chocolate. at the risk of any child. Let's see. Let's bring it right back to this NFT. I want an NFT. Where's the NFT? Every time I reach 5,000 points. Where's Discount Tuesdays? There it is. Free NFT. All self-identified all self-identified AMC shareholders who connect with AMC Investor Connect by December 31st will receive an exclusive I own AMC NFT, one per member. Now I feel like I easily could have had a Spider-Man NFT. Because that Spider-Man movie was lit. Head and Shoulders on AMC daily chart. Head and Shoulders would not be bullish. Oh, inverse Head and Shoulders. Thank you. Now we like it. Where's my pen? Bring me my hammer. There it is. Alright, so we're taking a look at a pretty well-formed Head and Shoulders coming up for the rest of the trip back up. So the Head and Shoulders started right around the $42 range. So even just by macro scale, it looking like a 3% down is Head and Shoulders City. It's Head and Shoulders City. Caesar's Show says we need Thanos to erase all the hedge funds. No, he would only erase half of them. Come on. Statistically. Jeez. Perfectly balanced. Number Letter says, can't wait for Top Gun. Hopefully they'll do an NFT because that would be cuckoo. That would be cuckoo. I would take a Top Gun NFT. They should just do NFTs for every movie from now on. I mean, that would lower the value of each NFT, but still. Okay. You know what I am upset about? That this cup, this was like a month-long cup. This cup even had the handle, and right around here is what I would have said, oh shoot, it's going. So right around October is when AMC hacked like a cup and handle. The problem with cup and handles is that they look suspiciously like a double top. Too many people might see the double top versus the actual cup. Ah, man. We're doing this long term, Brandon. We're in here a long time. 4 more likes until Meatball does his tricks. I think that's done it. We have 300 likes. We have liftoff. Alright, Meatball, you want a treat? I have from the PO box. So one of you sent him some delicious treats in the mail. Ooh. Oh, I just dropped fish all over me. Alright, thanks for 300 likes, guys. Meatball, can you do a donut? Can you do a donut? He doesn't have a lot of space to do it. Donut? Donut? He doesn't think he has enough space. Donut? Donut? Good. Donut? Donut? There's nothing he can do. He doesn't believe in himself. Okay, I believe in you, Meatball. One more try. Donut. Good boy. Donut. Okay, he can't do it. Alright, give him the treat anyway. A for participation. The Ghost Knight says, my friends who sold AMC immediately after the June squeeze Oh, they doubled their profits from Tesla. Yeah, that's the thing. Tesla was looking like it was already a fat fish, but it still had more to fry. So the EV sector in general is facing the boon. The boon stick. Rudy says, just short squeeze the like button. Meatball is the best. Let's see. I think he's crunching it slowly, softly behind me. Mad Hatter says donut. Meatball says grrr. It really be what he says. Like I said, guys, we're here back on the daily, so I'm expecting you guys back on the daily. Okay, let me see. Number letter says that says Jesus guy still looks at charts all day. Yeah. Just love looking at him. Look at a chart and I go, woo! Well, how is that salty fish? Is it good? When Krimmer and Jezebel? That's the real question. Let's see. Mirror Dad now says, I hope AMC will fall to 22 or something so I can buy more. You can always buy more. Not financial advice. AMC is looking as if the lowest part of this head and shoulders is going to be when this part of the shoulders fell to the 25.43. That's not out of the question because we haven't hit that low yet. Number letter says, Andrew, when doctor? Are you doctor yet? When doctor? The questions you guys are asking. I think I need to, yeah. Does Meatball get sushi grade fish? Meatball, I have some sushi grade fish in the freezer. You want to share with me? Not the freezer, the fridge. But I do need to eat it real quick. I think I'm gonna have it today. Uriel says we're not hitting that low today. Yeah. Looking like the low of the day at 27.60. It's about 6 cents, 5 cents above it. Well, doesn't seem like we're quite done. If Relay blasts off because of this super obvious cup and handle down here, I'm gonna be woof. Wondering if you guys have some New Year plans. What are you guys gonna do? I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, should I shell out $50 to be close to people on New Year's and possibly they're not gonna be responsible? What should I do? Hold a virtual New Year's and then we'll just all have our hats ready. We'll just all decide right now that we're putting on our hats at a specific time. And that way we will be experiencing the New Year's together. Let's see. Do I have any siblings? I don't think so. I like how I answered that. Uriel says looks like there's 80% AMC dark pool trading. Mad Hatter says I'm binging Harry Potter and getting eggnog drunk. Well, happy holidays. Tuesday. You know, Tuesday. Just kidding. No one can judge you. You have to be yourself. They are just slowing our volume down, and since the volume is so low, I'm sure they have a great chance of have those huge sell-offs in the early morning. Remember, guys, there is going to be a lot of end of the year panic, especially for new potential tax rules. Potential and already set in stone tax rules. Let's see. Incomplete message says, yes, Mo Money, nice to see you live again. Hey, that was a complete message. Completed my heart, thank you. Good to see you guys. Ooh, we do have the number of people equal to the number of likes in here, so I appreciate that. The more likes you drop, it kind of like upgrades your wallet. Like in Zelda, it's really hard to upgrade your wallet, but the more likes that you put on this video, the more the channel is like, oh shoot, you've upgraded me, which is fun. Let's see. Let me see if there's news for Relay, because I'm interested in... Oh, Spider-Man complicates movie theater recovery plot. Spider-Man. There's 5 short squeeze candidates to watch. Are these just... This is Relay? Okay, here. Insurance and real estate holding company Relay moves from 3rd place to a 2nd place position entering this week. Intel shows 34% of Relay total float short. In line with last week's figure, the cost to borrow on Relay shares is 134% for the week, up from last week's 89%, signaling a higher chance of a short squeeze. So that's why we're looking at Relay 2. Biofrontera tops the Fintel short squeeze leaderboard this week. Fintel shows short interest in BFRI shares at 3 million shares, which represents 47% of the company's public float. Short interest is up over 1,400% in the last month. A cost to borrow of 180% on shares is among the highest of the week. Whoa. Okay, you guys are just collecting some of this data right here. I kind of like it. I think I'm gonna make a whole video about this in a second. Hmm. We guys talking about fresh fish? You're talking about sushi fish still? Let's see. Blockchain start to trucking our trading system. Yep, gotcha. Patrick says, what you talking about, Willis? I thought it was all fresh. Some of the buffets I go to. I should have known. Aaron says, is Robinhood safe? You missed the some good old-fashioned Robinhood getting canceled for much of the year 2021. I would say now that you should just diversify your portfolio just in case any individual stock market portfolio like broker decides to crap out for any reason, for selfish reasons like Robinhood clearly showed us, or for, you know, like an actual technical reason. Because you can invest in a Robinhood and they might never crap out, but they'll definitely manipulate and change the narrative. However, if you invest in like a smaller broker, they might just crap out because they don't have the infrastructure or the capital needed to run during a tumultuous time, such as a squeeze. So that's why you end up having to decide between two, basically a rock and a hard place. Do you want to invest in something big that has the potential of changing the narrative because they're so big? Or do you want to invest in something small that promises they won't screw you over, but, you know, at the same time, they might not have a choice. A. Willis, M. Maximus C. The Ghosts, shorts covering the movies. Rudy says, glad to see you streaming, Andrew. And all you ancient apes, ancient, innocent, new, beautiful, glamorous, ivory. What's going on? Let's see. Meatball, how you doing? He's waiting for the head rubs. That's what he's waiting for. Scritch, scritch, scratch. Prominent Meatball. Handsome. Prominently handsome. Throw scissors in this chat if you guys are here for the first time. Or at least the first time in like 6 months. You know, you might have done some other stuff. You might have had a family to take care of. Yeah, and now you're back. Let's see. Dip before the rip, get ready, says Das Boot. They have to cover their shorts for tax purposes. Covering is inevitable. Yeah, for a lot of, well, that's a short way of putting it, yeah. For their liability reasons. But also the government would like theirs. Oh, Joshua says, welcome back, Andrew. Missed you. Hope you had a great trip. I did. I did have a good one. Hope you guys had an opportunity to rewind, unwind, come on back, refreshed, feeling hot, feeling good. Oh, interesting. Smoking Jug has been waiting here for about 6 months. Hey guys, we almost did the full hour. We'll be here hourly. We'll be here right at 8 a.m. on the daily, going for 2 hours at least on the daily. Can't wait to come back with you guys right here. AMC is already facing as we give it the boost it needs. A couple of candles right up from the simple moving average at 27.70 all the way up back down to the $28. That was what gave us a strong level of support throughout much of the day, once, twice, and 3 times earlier today. Now we are over that $28 mental barrier again, and a few cents might just be the lifeline that we're waiting for, guys. Throwing those scissors in the chat, cutting off the paper hands who chugged this part of the dip and just missed this recovery. Mountain Tactical, missed you, dude. How was Europe? Did you visit Croatia or Montenegro? No, I wish I did. Those are on the bucket list. Where are those Lithuanians at? Mad Hatter says, just talked to an ape that got all their DD from YouTube. Crazy, some apes just skipped the Reddit phase entirely. Still here for Showerfest. Hashtag Showerfest, Trevor. Thor Nemo, shout out from the Philippines, the southernmost part of the Philippines. How's it going? Rudy says, I thought Amy was going to be a one-night stand. Ended up marrying her. That's some good backstory coming together. Patrick says, is that every level of resistance and support on AMC? Yes, sir. I've been tracking AMC for a very ungodly amount of time. GME is the same story over here. Hey, thank you guys. I'm wondering if this even works. This works. Okay. I have to update this list of Moon Platoon, Grillinier, and the Space Legends, but you guys make it possible. Sleepy Meatball over there says, welcome back. I'm going to be here on the daily. I might even do a ball drop kind of thing if you guys want to participate in a little ball drop. We'll do some fun things this year for patrons as well as people who have been supporting the show for the longest time. We'll do a couple of giveaways right away for 2022. So if you guys are here for that, I'm excited. Uh-oh. Yes. Okay, good. I was like, okay, am I still being recorded? Heck yeah. Thank you guys. Thanks BTS Sandwich. Thanks Mad Hatter, Rich Soda, Patrick Motley, Rudy. Another shout out for Thor Nemo. Another shout out for Meridad Now, Das Boot. We've got Smokin' or Jokin'. We got A Willis M Maximus. We got Monkey Tree Games. We got you. Thank you guys. We'll see you in the money. Peace.